Looks like we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session of Rising Above the Average. And we are always rising above the average together. I'm your girl, Alunda Silva, and I'm so pumped, so glad to be here with you today because I know that anytime we meet on Saturdays, we're here to share insight and we're here to share what we have learned throughout the week, right? So today I'm going to talk about something very important. But before that, we are just going to zoom right into what have you learned this week, right? What have you learned this week? What is the thing that you have learned? It's 11 a.m. here in London, and I just finished. I had my smoothie in the morning. I like to have celery juice for my morning cleanse and my morning health, and I'm getting ready for lunch. I'm getting ready to make something right after this, right? And I invite you to my kitchen. So while we wait for other people to join us, I invite you to my kitchen. I'm planning to make some. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how to fix it, but yeah, to make something with those things that you can see there. I'm not too sure what I'm going to make yet, but I'll probably look up a recipe or something just to make sure I eat. I like to try different things. What is what I do. I like to try different things in business as well as in my own life. I like to try different things and see what works for me. So yes, this week was a phenomenal week. How was your week? How are you doing? How are you? We're all getting ready to I think we're in many countries, I believe, we are gradually, stepping out, going back outside. And how do you plan to start, what I believe, a new stage, a new phase of your life, after complete shutdown and everybody being home, now we can go out. How do you plan on doing that? Are you planning to go back to where you were before? Were you happy where you were, or you're planning to just explore the possibility that you could be somewhere higher, somewhere better, somewhere more fulfilled? You could do something different. You could be a different person. And that ties into what I would like to share with you today. What I have learned this week is the power of persistence in becoming. Right? It could be the power of persistence in becoming who you want to become, or the power of persistence in achieving whatever you want to achieve, or the power of persistence in ... in becoming. Whether it's becoming in your business, becoming your personal life, becoming in your health, as much as I can, I always try to learning new things on how to optimize my life. For me, if you're just like me, an overachiever, I'm always up for the optimized life. How can I make my life better? How can I make the lives of my loved ones better? I'm always watching out for that in different aspects of my life. So this week I learned the power of becoming. It's so important. For example, if just a few years ago I was, slightly overweight, right? Bigger than I am right now. And then actually just last year. And then I decided to, I'm like, am I happy with where I am right now? Am I happy with what I look like? Am I happy in my body? And they're like, no, I'm not. So last year on my birthday, I decided to do a radical change. I decided to get clear on the kind of person I want to be physically, and then to pursue that. So I got myself a book. I got the Bulletproof, book by Dave Asprey. Shout out to Dave. Thank you so much for putting that out there. And then I started on my journey, right? And now I feel much better. It's been like 8-9 months now, and I feel much, much better. Right? I'm liking who I'm becoming. So the power of persistence in becoming, right? The power of persistence becoming. It doesn't just happen, right? I had to change my eating habits. I had to, change, do more exercise, do some strategic exercise, because it's not just doing any kind of exercise, but really educating myself on what kind of exercise that are going to that are going to bring me the result that I desire, right? So I learned the power of persistence in becoming, in whatever you want to do. I also decided I wanted to improve my relationships, right? My friendships, my intimate relationships, and various other relationships. I decided to optimize my relationships. What did I do? The first thing I always do is to get information, because many times the reason why we are not doing something right is because we don't have the right information, right? So the first thing, I got a book, or a set of books, because I always like to do things extra. So I got a set of books that can teach me how I could optimize my relationships, and start listening to people who have amazing relationships that I admire, and listen to them and learn what they do to make their relationships amazing. So that's what I wanted to share with you this week, and that's what I learned, the power of persistence in becoming. Right? Same. This principle applies in your business, in your personal life, in your health and fitness, in any area of your life. You can apply this principle, the power of persistence in becoming. Well. Today I would like to talk about something dear to me, and I believe dear to a lot of you that are following me. If you just like me, inspired to, if you are willing to, or I would say if you're interested in starting your own business, or to explore the possibility of following your own passion, then I believe that's why you're here. And today I would like to talk about how do you juggle your job in one hand as well as your passion or your business. I mean, this is critical. This is really critical. And many of us young entrepreneurs, we fall into that, right? How do you juggle, your job and then your passion, your business? You want to start a business, or you have a passion in everything, something that you would like to do. You see all these big people, or these coaches, or these speakers, and you like to be a speaker. But look, you're right here and you need your job to pay your bills. And then you're like, oh my God, I wish I could be traveling around the world, speaking on platforms and doing different things. So how do you handle that when you're just starting? Right? How do you do that? And we're going to talk about that. I will share with you my own personal experiences, as well as the insight that I know. But at the end of the day, I'll also like to hear from you, because I don't have all the answers, and I don't claim to have all the answers. I believe that I can learn from you as much as you can learn from me. We're here, and this is never a monologue. This is a dialogue. So whenever you watch this, whether you're here live with me, or you're going to watch this later, even if it's a year, 10 years afterwards, I'd like you to share with me your insight. What do you do? If you've ever been through it, what did you do? Or what do you think you can do? If you ever find a situation where you have a job and you also want to start a business, or a passion, you want to invest in your passion, what do you do? Are those two conflicting? Are those two opposites? What do you do? So I'd like you to share with me what either you have done, what you're doing currently, or what you could do if you found yourself in such a situation. So I'm going to share with you. First of all, I'm going to say that, look, it is never an either or. I actually believe that life is a combination of different blocks that makes and that builds the house called your life. It's like building a house, right? You have different blocks that makes a house. So there are different sectors, different blocks that make your life, and it's never either or. And many people get this wrong. It's like, okay, I'm going to focus on my career, and then my relationship go to trash. I'm going to focus on getting money, and then my health go to trash. It's never that way. Life works holistically when all your different blocks are whole, and you get fulfillment from your job, your career, your relationship, and every other aspect that matter to you, as well as your community, right? So first of all, it's never an either or. It's always an either. It's always this and. I believe it's always this and, right? As long as it's important to you, you should bring it on. That's what I believe, right? So you have a job, and you have a business that you want to start. Maybe you just started, you're a young entrepreneur, or you're an aspiring entrepreneur, and you're thinking of, I want to start something, right? But I need my job. I need to pay my bills. That's real life, That's real thing right there. You've got to pay your bills. You've got to live your life. You've got to eat. You've got to do stuff. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to. You know what? I'm here with a news. My news is, do you know who is your first investor? Before you ever get listed on the stock market or whatever, do you know who is your first investor? Yeah, some of you might have guessed this. It is your job. Your job is your first investor. Write this down and paste it on your mirror. Never forget. Your job is your first investor. Never think that getting rid of your investor and starting a business is going to work, or it's going to be the most advantageous. As a matter of fact, when you're starting a business, the first thing we look into is funds. We will look into investors. Look, I'm right here. Your job says. Your job is right here. Your job is your first investor. So never think in order to follow your passion or in order to start your own business, you have to get rid of your job. No. I personally, I don't believe in that. I have a job and I also have my passion. I'm also building a company. And building a company and also following my dreams. Doing these lives and sharing these things with you. That's my passion. I love it. I love to learn about new information that will help you, aspiring entrepreneurs, and people who just want to optimize and grow in their life and learn and get better and be a better human being on earth. Whenever I learn this information, I like to share it out with you all, right? As long as you're willing to listen. And I love that. It's my passion. And I'm also building my own business. And look, I have a job. And I love my job, right? And it has not always been this way. It has not always been this way. I've had several jobs. I had some that I didn't like, but I had to do them. Why? Because I had to survive. I had to pay my bills. I had to pay my phone bills, right? I had to pay for my rent, for other things, right? Look, I'm going to tell you, I would like to tell you this, right? If you're willing to listen, life is a journey, right? Never think of life as, oh, this is this and I have arrived. There's nothing like I have arrived. There's always like, it's a continuation until your body goes, right? So never feel like, oh, I'm here and this is it. I can never move on. I can never grow. No, even if currently you're in a job that you don't like, that shouldn't be the end, right? You can continue to grow. You can become clear as per. The first question I believe you should ask yourself is, what kind of job would I love? Right? What kind of job would I love? That should be the first question you should ask yourself. If you find yourself currently in a job that you don't love, what kind of job? I remember many years ago when I was working, actually a few years ago when I was working a job that I didn't really fancy, but I had to do it for the meantime in order to kind of take care of myself. I would write, I indulged myself in personal development, and I started writing in my journal, what kind of job would I love? What kind of colleagues would I want to have? What kind of people would I want to have to work with me? Where would I want to work? I didn't have like exact needs, but in my mind, what were the feelings that I would associate with? I told myself that I wrote down, I would like to work with people who are collaborative, supportive, loving, nice, people that can support me in my growth. You see, those kind of things. I didn't have a name to it. I didn't even have like an exact, position that I wanted. I love marketing, right? I love to work in marketing, but then I didn't know the name, whether it's going to be a marketing consultant, marketing executive, but I didn't know. But I just said, okay, I would love to work in marketing, and prior to that, I didn't know what I wanted to work in, and I would just say, okay, I would love a job that I would love, right? And I would do some research. What kind of job would I love? I would love a job where I can think, I can be strategic, I can be creative, I can put things together, I can think about synergies, I can think about ways and strategies to get to people, I can talk to people. Those are things that I'll say, right? Even if I wasn't too sure of what I want. Okay, let's just segue back into what we're talking about today. If you're just joining me or you're just watching this later on, I'm talking about how do you juggle your job and your business or your side passion, and I'm saying that it's never an either or. You don't have to choose one. I believe that you can do both. You can have your job and you can also start your business or start your side passion. The reason being that your job is your first investor. As a matter of fact, is your sustainable and kind of reliable investor. you have your job, you know that there is a certain amount of money coming that is satisfying your soul, yourself. You can pay for your bills, and as well as you can invest in your business. That is so important. So important. And the first thing I would say, if you're someone, you're right here and you're interested in starting your own business, the first thing I would say in starting your own business is, and building your business, is start by starting you, building you, and developing you. Because your business is you. And that's many things that I myself, I was guilty of this. We young entrepreneurs, when we start, we think our business is something else, and we think, oh no, it's just about putting money somewhere and seeing how we can grow that money. No, your business, someone rightly said that your business is going to grow to the proportion that you yourself, as the person, as the owner, grows. And after a few years of doing this, I truly believe that, because I have experienced that in my own life as well. So if you're here right here and you're thinking of starting your own business, or maybe you've started something already, great, kudos to you. What I would suggest is that you start thinking of how you can grow yourself, how you can invest yourself, and how you can develop and build yourself. Because you know what? That's the sure way to build a reliable business. You see, I've been ranting and, talking to you about, so I'm passionate. You can see that I'm passionate about these things. These are things that I love to talk about. And look, this is your community, and I am your friend. I'm your friend. I might be in the other side of the world, but right now with technology, thank God for technology, I can speak with you wherever you are, and I'm your friend. If you ever need an ear, if you ever need someone to listen to your ideas, or if you ever need someone to just share with you a few insight that could help you. If you ever need someone to talk to, look, just connect with me on Instagram, right? I do this 30 minutes free consultation, and I could refer you if I don't know, or just put you on the right track on how to start. But this is a good way, this is a good place. You coming every Saturday to listen to this. These are free consultation, free content I give to my community, because I love you guys so much, and I love doing this, and I love that whatever content I put out there might help, even if it's just 1%, or if you're just one person. I'm glad and I'm happy. And if any of my content has ever helped you or inspired you, please, would you leave me a comment? Would you send me a message? Even if you don't put it, but would you send me a message and tell me how this has been helpful, this has been a blessing to you? That will make me feel so good and really encourage me in what I am doing at the moment. So we're talking about how do you juggle a job, your business, and a side passion. And I said, first of all, it's never an either or, it's always this and, right? Life is about putting everything together in balance, right? Your job is important. Secondly, I said your job is important because your job is your first investor and your most valuable and reliable investor for your business. So they work hand in hand. So I always advise young entrepreneurs to keep their jobs and use the revenue from their jobs to invest into their business, right? And the third point I'm going to make here before I let you guys go is that the reason why I'm emphasizing developing yourself is because you need to have the right insight on who to choose to work with you. Because as a matter of fact, building a business, you can't do it yourself. You can't build a business by yourself. You need to be in collaboration with other people who will support your business, right? Especially now that you're going to be working, you have your 9 to 5, you need someone to help you do a few things in your business, but you need to have the right eye. You need to have a good picker of those people that will help build your business while you are funding the business, as well as putting your own time and effort. And as I'm saying, I can't give you 1, 2, 3 steps on how to recognize this. The best thing to do, because different people are good for different people. The kind of people that I require in my business are might not be the kind of business and people that you require in your business. So the best thing would be to develop yourself so much that you can have the right eye and be the right picker. It's so important to be the right picker. So it's important for you to develop yourself. Read personal development books, or when I'm talking about personal development, it's not just about mindset and everything. Those are important. But I'm like, if you notice that in your business, your knowledge about finance is really low, get a finance book. Get a good book that you can read and you can understand. Or get a finance course, right? If you notice that bookkeeping is not your big thing, but you need to understand that in your business, get a course a short course and learn about bookkeeping. If you think that content writing is important for your business, but you don't know, get a course, get a coach, get a book, read about it. I mean, if you notice that there's a skill that you require in your business and you don't have it, you don't know, then what you have to do is to learn. Grab those skills. For example, right now, maybe you need people to help you in your business, right? And you're like, okay, how do I pick the right people? You don't know. You don't know how to pick the right people. Why don't you get information, right? Why don't you do some research? Why don't you get a book? Why don't you listen to a coach on how you can get the right person? And if you're here and you're interested in that, you can just DM me and I might give you a few insight on how you can choose, or on how you can develop yourself to be able to choose the right person. Because I cannot tell you who the right person is for you. Only you can tell yourself who the right person is for you and your business according to your own needs and requirement. Right? Yes? Good? Great. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. We talked about 3 simple points because I just wanted to share this from my heart, from my own experience. If this was helpful to anyone, please drop me a comment below, leave me a like, and tell your friends, share this video with your friends on how they can juggle a job as well as their side hustle and their business. You can do both together, and remember that you can do both. Remember that your business is your first investor, and remember that you have to develop yourself build yourself in order to build a business. Yes, great. I'm so happy. I'm your girl, Alinda Silva, and every Saturday I'm committed to be here as much as I can, right, to share with you insight from my own personal life, from my journey on building my own business, and what I do every day to stay positive, to grow, to evolve, to be a better human being on this earth. And I'm committed to sharing these things with you. And if ever you need a listening ear, feel free to get in touch with me. If you need free content on how you can build your business, how you can keep the right mindset and follow your dream, visit me on askalunanything.com and feel free to grab my free content, right? And I send out words of wisdom, motivations, and affirmations, several times during the week. And if you're ever interested in that, just short quotes to kind of help you do throughout the week. If you're ever interested in that, visit me on my website, askalunanything.com, and then just opt into my community to receive my newsletters and as well as to receive my short quotes just to help you during your week. Yes. Great, fantastic. So on this note, I'm going to wish you all a beautiful, vibrant, and very productive new week ahead. And I'm sending you guys lots of love and blessings to you, your loved ones, and everybody you care about, especially to your business, because I want you to succeed. I want you to be very successful. I want you to build that business and to build it well and to build something that's going to be sustainable for humankind. It's going to help the world and change the world in a positive way. All right, great. We have a deal. So I'm going to see you next week at the same time. Make sure to join me. I do this every Saturday, 11 a.m. right now, British Standard Time, because we're in summertime. And you can join me anytime. You can also watch this after, or they're going to stay here on my page. You can visit my page. You can share this. You can do whatever you like. You can do whatever you like with this content, but I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.